of petrol subsidy was to free up funds going into private pockets for development purposes, but improved revenues for states after the first subsidy removal is yet to translate to prosperity for citizens. As such, the governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Sule, has urged Nigerians to hold state governors accountable over improved allocation from the federation accounts. Governor Sule urged the people to ask their state governors what they are doing with the improved revenues from the federation accounts. I was shocked when somebody told me that a state like Ekiti State is now getting 7 and 8 billion naira. It was Kolawole Johnson that told us about one particular state in the South.
Delta State. Delta State.
What does Delta?
Delta.
Listen to this. Give me time.
Let's have Delta first.
Now, okay. Delta got 483.57 billion naira last year alone, 2023. The entire, the 6 states of the South got about 1.8 trillion naira that same year. So when you sit in Delta State and you are shouting Tinubu without knowing that any bad governance should start from your very state, it's an error. Now, take for example, this year alone, between January and June this year, Delta has gotten 260 billion naira, which means that by the end of this year, 260 billion naira. Delta has gotten 260 billion naira. In fact, 4 states in the South, Delta, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Bayelsa has gotten almost 800 billion naira in 6 months of this year.
Almost 1 trillion naira.
Oh yes, 800 billion. Now, so when you sit down in those places and you don't understand that the subsidy that was free, you see, how much did they share in the first 6 months of last year? FG and the states shared about 3.6 trillion naira. No, sorry, the first 5 months of last year, between January and May 2023. FG and the states shared about 3.6 trillion naira. But this year, in the same period, 5 months, they have shared about 10.13 trillion naira. Almost times 3 of what was shared last year in the same period. So when you say, where is the money free from subsidy is everywhere in Nigeria, yes, but in state houses, in government coffers. Now, the question is this. Have you increased your salary since that time? I think in a lot of places the answer is no.
No.
Are we having increase in infrastructures, in deliveries? The answer is no. So rather than coming to Abuja to protest, that's why when I see when people say, oh, they want to come to Abuja to protest, you live in your state where the money has been sent to
your governor.
Honestly, but again, I don't want to keep blaming
the Nasarawa governor said.
Yeah.
He said,
that's what they said now. He said, ask your governor what they are doing with the money.
What you are aiming.
Look at the example.
I just quoted here.
Look at the example he gave. He said, Tinubu does not own, as president, he does not own land anywhere. The land belongs to the states. What are they doing in the area of agriculture? We are talking about hunger. We just saw the governor of Anambra State now coming up with a project meant to attack the problem of hunger.
Oh yeah.
What are the... And Anambra does not have the kind of land that we see in a lot of the northern states.
And
what are the governors doing?
See,
people talk about the example of Bago, but it's just one governor now out of many. And it's not among the richest. His state is not among the richest.
It should be even among the lowest.
It's not among the richest.
Yes.
The only what state is
that?
Niger,
the largest state.
They have land mass. They have land mass, but they are not among the richest. So if states that have arable land, they are not cultivating, they are not getting people employed through agriculture, then something is wrong.
No,
something is wrong.
Now, just like the figure is saying, Niger has gotten only 53 billion naira this year, the 6 months of the year, January to...
What Delta has gotten
260 billion in 6 months.
The same states.
Yes. In 6 months, 260 billion. Whereas Niger that is doing something about...
Rivers. Look at Rivers too. Rivers and Akwa Ibom. Rivers and Akwa Ibom are also very big henners.
Yes.
Very big.
Okay, Rivers has gotten 197 billion. Akwa Ibom has
6
gotten
months.
yes 179 billion in 6
Lagos.
Lagos has, I think, should be 16.
Lagos is also a big hand.
Lagos has gotten 161 billion.
Very big hand.
Now, let's see. Let's come to the indices too.
But look at even the size of some projects that Lagos is.
No.
See, Lagos is
the light rail project.
Red line is ready. Blue line is ready.
Lagos is you can say okay. They may not be meeting up to target in some areas, but Lagos would always be Lagos, honestly.
Light years ahead.
Yeah, so we even, in fact, the main reason why we criticize Lagos is that you expect more because of the antecedent,
yes.
which is true, and especially because
that is the first state to have a 1 billion naira budget during the Jakonde year.
Yes,
so Lagos has always been a leader.
No, the Southwest has always been. In those days, the Southwest borrowed the federal government 12 million pounds. In those days, the Southwest was borrowing the central government money.
Because we had cash
I think we should get back to the days where states are buoyant enough.
Now, the bottom line of what Governor Sule is saying now is that hold your governors.
So yes, for me, okay, he gave the example too.
I'm supporting this protest.
Local governments in the states. He said in the past they used to get 2.2 billion. But the local governments are now getting 4 billion.
More than 4 billion.
That's like double
what
they
than
used
4
to
billion.
get. Yes. So they have no reason to not let that reflect.
The sharing formula.
They have no reason to. People must see what they are doing.
Let me give you
across all
the impact of the removal of subsidies.
So the point that he's making that should not be lost on us is that you cannot be blaming federal government for everything.
See, AY.
Now, when you're talking about our economy not doing well,
yes,
it is everybody's
coming together.
Yes, everybody's problem.
See, what
are the states doing?
Let me give this that even concerns me, and us, my own area, even you. Before now, within the same, the 13% derivation, has increased by almost 300%.
Wow.
Yes. Take, for example,
the same
period, all producing states got about 155 billion naira that time. But this same period, all producing states, the 13% derivation, the extra money, they have gotten 519 billion. Look at it. From 155 to 519 billion naira. So there is more money in the states today.
So that ask question for Governor
more.
Yes.
So again, let me bring it back to the federal government. How many persons have these details? Let them be briefing the people. That this is what your Okonjo-Iweala did it in those days.
Yes, was publishing the allocation.
Your state has gotten so amount this month. Go and hold them accountable.
Why are they not doing this now?
So, for example, that's an example.
Why is the Minister of Finance
that's an example.
So why people in the local government just told Governor Ayedatiwa what is happening?
Ecological
we want to know.
Ecological fund and all of that. It's now in the state.
It's
so,
AY,
the truth must be told. I am supporting this protest and bad governance, but all of us should go to our state and carry the placard in our state.
That's the enlightenment.
It's everywhere.
Bad governance is not limited to the federal government.
Now, come. Some are saying return the subsidy. I've been advocating for this removal maybe for over 6-7 years. You can be a witness. We cannot have that.
Some of the people, see, before the election, all the three major candidates.
Yes.
They all said they were going to remove
speech. In fact, I listened to
speech.
I listened to Peter Obi.
If today you are now saying that the government is callous, remove subsidy, that they've not addressed the demands of the people, you are indirectly saying that they should have reversed the subsidy removal. That means you have a split personality. You said this today, tomorrow you can change what you have said. Nigerians cannot be talking about that. What I want to see is not for subsidy removal to be reversed, but for us to do whatever it takes to strengthen our currency. Even China, they are still doing something that you can describe as managed float. You know,
It's a command. It's a command capitalist economy.
When you are in a country that is import dependent, you cannot afford to simply leave your currency to be struggling against bad weather and all that.
Other countries are floating now.
Yes.
Other countries are floating now.
See, there is a difference between floating and managed float. I'm not saying don't float.
You have to defend your currency.
I'm not saying don't float. I'm not saying don't float. To manage float. Manage float. That's why I gave the example of China, that even China is doing something like manage float. The Americans have been complaining now that the Chinese are cheating the rest of the world. That is not the true value of their currency. What if we are saying that the value of our currency is tied to inflation? Forex is tied to inflation, tied to inflationary pressures and all that. Then we must do something about it. If we do not address the value of our currency, we are not prepared to solve this problem.
Okay.
Honestly. And the hunger will not abate. Because we can't have a situation where the currency is like 1,600 and something to $1. What is the meaning of that?
Let me chip in this here.
What people have told me, I have friends who are solid economists. What some of them have told me was that, look, they are not against this float, but that it should have been done incrementally, not in one fell swoop. That is the problem.
Okay, I may agree with that. Anyway, in 1979, 80, 81, Margaret Thatcher was in the same shoe, and practically all the economists of UK then were against her. But that battered
is UK as import dependent as Nigeria?
That's where I'm going to. I'm coming.
Yeah, not now.
That battered the tyranny of the majority. They may not, be right always in any case. But let me go to the cross. Last year, I was asked in a television studio like this, that where should the government focus on? And I said, agriculture. Why? The most common staple, what we eat daily, cannot be dependent on the dollar. We have several things competing for this dollar, and we are not even earning more. We must do something very urgently. Get back to the farm. I call it back to the future. Get back to the farm. Let's go produce what we eat. When we do that, food prices will come down. I'm not supporting this reducing
price of pharmaceuticals come down.
Please, I'm coming.
That's another problem.
I'm coming, please get that. Now, it is because of scarcity.
Will increase food production, bring down the price of pharmaceuticals.
What is pushing dollar?
You know how many people are dying because they can't afford drugs.
Can't buy drugs.
What is pushing the dollar up?
This was the same way you are supporting Band-Aid, this thing. No.
See, I am not afraid.
Only to come and tell me that you didn't like the bill they sent to you.
I told you I said I'll pay. See.
You told me,
and I said I'll pay, right? And I said I'll pay, right? No, hold on.
You told me.
I paid 452,000 naira.
A month.
Yes.
So you complained. But you on the show you are supporting Band-Aid.
See, come. This thing is simple.
President
Please,
General.
hold on, no, please.
That money will still come to 1 million naira.
Wait. No, let me say this. Let me say this.
That's good for you.
I keep saying no, wait, hold
almost
on.
$500,000 in a month.
I have businesses to run.
President General.
Oh, see, stop that. See, let's run this. See, let's say something here.
Okay.
Policies are not meant to favor you before you support it. Okay. If it is for the good of all, yes. You can't sit in your house, for example, as a big man, and you put on 5, 8, 10 ACs, and the government is paying for that for you. It's not possible. The government has not increased tariff. They only say for you Band-A members, pay what you use. We can't be subsidizing luxury for you. But that woman maybe in the rural area who don't even use anything
government
up to you. Please, I'm coming. What they did is that, yes, is pay what you use. Government was subsidizing that before. They said, no, we are no longer subsidizing. We're paying for what you use. Simple. See, I'm not afraid to own up. See, I don't follow the crowd in my opinion.
Let's leave the...
See,
so it's
don't wait. When I register at London School of Economics, I don't mind. See, I don't mind. I'm not afraid to take... Wait, no,
let our currency be stronger.
Please wait.
That is my
I'm not afraid to take a position on what I'm convinced about. When I went into London School of Economics to study public policy analysis. I didn't go there for sentiment. It was, okay, what is right? We push for it. I'm saying right now, we should ensure that we source for $1. How? By increasing the oil production, the volume, so that we can sell more and earn more dollars.
Okay.
What is driving the thing up is the fact that we don't have enough dollars.
Yes,
There's
we know.
scarcity.
Okay,
Yes.
that's to leave there. I want to thank you, Kola Ole Johnson. Quite an interesting discussion. We could go on and on, but Governor Abdullahi Sule, thank you for that courage, for calling out.
For calling out.
Yes, you're calling.
Telling Nigerians to.
It's not all about Bola Tinubu alone. Yes, it's about
And
those other
yourself.
governors. Yeah. I want to thank
Including
you.
Tinubu to anyway.
Yes, so I want to thank you, the Metro. BQ.
Thanks.
All right, and that's our package today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast tonight at 11 p.m. Join us this Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I'm Ayodele Uzubakun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.